I was down in Southwest Oregon working on a yet another historical Sasquatch attacking cabins historical research project to try to find these cabins that were attacked in Southwest Oregon, in Curry County. And this is way out in the woods, way out in the woods. And I have researched this to death. And finally, a friend of mine, Bobo Fay, got on to making films, and he contacted me to make a film about the Thompson Flat Monster Project. And it was a period of time running from around 1876 into the early mid-teens of the 20th century, where there was this rash of apparent Sasquatch big monster sightings and encounters down in Curry County. There was a cabin that was attacked in 1904, and it happened over about 2 weeks or so, where this cabin was attacked, where there were gold miners attacked, not Ape Canyon, but there were the gold miners that were attacked down here in Curry County. And so we went down there a couple of times to do a film project, and we found great stuff on the Harrison cabin attack for the Thompson Flat Monster. And we had a great time. Found some great evidence from over 120 years ago. So we're about done camping, and there were two production assistants who split maybe about 20 minutes beforehand, and they were driving back down to Northern California. I was with Bobo and Rowdy Kelly, and we're all going to go visit and do some more filming at a newspaper office in Myrtle Creek, Oregon. And there's no reception up there. Okay, let's all drive out 20 miles, get back to the highway, figure out where we're gonna sleep for the night in a hotel room and get some food. With us was Kim Christensen, who grew up in Bandon, Oregon, and had some very strange experiences up there as well. So the two PA split, Kim splits, and I'm driving out, and it's about 5 o'clock at night, and I'm about 5 miles from camp or so, and I see Kim parked along the side of the road, and I stop, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" And Kim is like, no, I'm checking out a lake. I'm checking out maps of a lake, of something that I had happened to me before. I want to see trails where I can go down later. I'm like, okay, see you, good night. And so I drive on out about a mile away. I see Kim's headlights. It's getting dark. This is about 5 o'clock in November. I see headlights behind me, and I know it's Kim's car. I am going up the road. This Forest Service road is about a lane and a half wide. And I round around to the right, and there's an incline in front of me. It's not a steep incline, maybe about 15 degrees or so. And I can see in front of me about 200, 300 feet. And right in front of me, about 200 or 300 feet up, there's an individual. And this individual is standing in the middle of the road.
Like full frontal face staring at you.
300 feet in front of me.
Right.
But it's dark. And this is Forest Service. There's trees everywhere. And the road cut is flat, but it goes down steeply to the river and then very steeply up, because it's a road cut going through there. And there's this individual like that. And I'm like, I have my brights on with my Honda Odyssey, my 1990 Honda Odyssey. And I'm like, who the hell is playing in front of the road in the dark in the middle of the national forest? Right. And at first I thought it looked like a traffic flagger, because its arms were bulky and its legs were bulky, like it was wearing a traffic flagger's rain gear uniform, or I thought it was a firefighter's uniform. And it was standing dead still for a split second. And it turned, looking down the slope. And then a second individual came up from a crouching position. And then this first individual started booking across the road. The weird thing is that these two individuals were in a runner's jogging kind of, fashion of like if you and I are running, but their movements were so quick and sporadic. It was quick running. And when the first individual hit the other side of the road, the second individual had come up standing and had caught up to it really quick. I was still traveling in the car. I took my foot off the gas, but I was still coming up on it. And this was about the weirdest, like 5 seconds of my life. But by the time that I caught up to them, the first individual had bolted up the hillside, and then literally it was like that. The hillside was like bam. And the second individual, by the time I had caught up to the second individual, I was within 50 feet or so.
And of the second individual.
Yeah. There were two. Yeah. The second individual, I was within 50 feet. And the second individual, it was head down, like they didn't want to look at me. It was head down, and they were just booking it. And the kaboing, they just sprang up that slope. So the weird thing about it is that I was freaked out, but I almost hit the gas and kept going because I probably didn't want to see what I saw. But I hit the brakes. Put the car in park, left the engine running, and I sprang out of the car, standing by the driver's door. And the strange thing about it was that by their speed of travel, I would estimate that they were up there maybe 75 feet, maybe 100 feet off the road. But I stood there and I listened, and all I could hear was my engine running. There was no branches breaking. There was no brush rustling or anything. And I was pretty disturbed. But at that point, all the heat on the back of your neck starts rising up and around, because I realized that if they were up there, they were probably standing still watching me.
Right.
And that was the most disturbing part. It was one of the most disturbing parts of the whole encounter.